Folks, we're barely into 2025 and the financial landscape already looks like a scene from a dystopian movie. Remember those flying cars we were promised? Yeah, those aren't here. Instead, we got record-breaking credit card debt, confusing new payment methods, and government agencies that seem to be taking a nap. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the chaotic world of credit cards in 2025. It's a wild ride. We're talking about sky-high interest rates that make your head spin, buy now, pay later schemes that feel like a trap disguised as convenience. And don't even get me started on the cryptocurrency rewards programs that sound like they were invented by a teenager on a sugar rush. It's enough to make your head explode. And as if things weren't confusing enough already, the government agencies that are supposed to be looking out for us, well, they're not exactly covering themselves in glory. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the watchdog that's supposed to protect consumers from predatory lending practices, let's just say they're not exactly setting the world on fire with their proactive approach. So, what does this all mean for you, the average person just trying to navigate this financial hellscape? Well, that's what we're here to break down for you, because honestly, somebody has to. Let's rip off the band-aid, shall we? Credit card debt is a runaway train. It's at an all-time high, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. Americans are drowning in plastic, and it's not a pretty sight. The average household is now carrying over $10,000 in credit card debt. Let me repeat that, $10,000. That's like charging a used car to your Visa and then forgetting to make the payments. Except, in this case, it's not just one car. It's a whole fleet of financial burdens. And why are we so deep in the red? Well, blame it on the rising cost of, well, everything. Inflation is eating away at our paychecks, leaving less and less money to cover the essentials, let alone the occasional avocado toast. So what do? We whip out those credit cards and pray for a miracle. But here's the thing about miracles. They don't always come when you need them. And in the meantime, those credit card balances keep growing, fueled by interest rates that would make a loan shark blush. Remember the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB? It's that government agency that's supposed to protect you from financial predators. Well, they seem to be on a permanent coffee break because they've hit the pause button on a bunch of initiatives that were supposed to rein in the credit card industry. These aren't just any initiatives. We're talking about rules that would have made it harder for credit card companies to slap you with hidden fees, jack up interest rates without warning, and generally take advantage of consumers. You know, the kind of stuff that keeps you up at night. But those rules are now gathering dust on some bureaucrat's desk, while credit card companies are basically doing whatever they want. It's like letting the fox guard the hen house, except the hen house is your bank account, and the fox is wearing a suit and carrying a briefcase full of predatory lending practices. Section 4. Congress to the rescue. Don't hold your breath. So the CFPB is MIA, credit card debt is soaring, and consumers are left to fend for themselves. What about Congress? Surely our elected officials will step in and save the day, right? Well, don't hold your breath. Congress is currently locked in a heated debate over credit card interest rates. One side wants to cap rates to prevent predatory lending. The other side argues that capping rates would stifle competition and hurt consumers in the long run. It's a classic Washington standoff with a lot of talk and very little action. Meanwhile, lobbyists for the credit card industry are working overtime, showering lawmakers with campaign contributions and whispering sweet nothings about the free market. And guess who ends up footing the bill for all this political maneuvering? That's right, you, the consumer. Section 5, shiny new debt traps, crypto rewards and buy now, pay later schemes. Just when you thought the world of credit cards couldn't get any more confusing, they go and throw in crypto rewards and buy now, pay later BNPL schemes. It's enough to make your head spin. Crypto rewards sound enticing on the surface. You swipe your card, earn some Bitcoin or Ethereum, and suddenly you're a cryptocurrency mogul. But here's the catch. The value of cryptocurrency is about as stable as a unicycle on a tightrope. 1 minute you're riding high, the next you're crashing down to earth. And don't even get me started on the security risks involved in storing and managing cryptocurrency. Then there's BNPL, the payment option that lets you buy now and pay later, usually in installments. It sounds convenient, right? But BNPL can quickly turn into a debt spiral, especially if you're not careful with your spending. Those seemingly small installments can add up fast, and before you know it, you're in over your head. Section 6. Protect your wallet and your identity. Staying safe in the Wild West of finance. With all this talk of sky-high debt, government inaction and confusing new payment methods, you might be tempted to bury your credit cards in the backyard and live like a hermit. But don't despair. There are ways to navigate the credit card chaos and protect yourself from financial ruin. First and foremost, be vigilant about your credit card statements. Check them regularly for any suspicious activity. Don't be afraid to dispute charges that you don't recognize. And if you do see something fishy, report it to your credit card company immediately. Second, be wary of phishing scams. Scammers are getting increasingly sophisticated, using emails, text messages, and even phone calls to trick you into giving up your personal information. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And finally, be proactive about protecting your credit score. Check your credit report regularly for errors or inconsistencies. A good credit score is your best defense against predatory lending practices and sky-high interest rates. Section 7. Navigating the credit card chaos, tips for staying afloat and sane. So, how do you actually survive this credit card hellscape? Well, for starters, pretend you're a sensible adult for a minute and create a budget. I know, it sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry. But a budget is your financial roadmap, and it's essential for staying on track and avoiding debt. Next, prioritize paying down your credit card debt. Those high interest rates are like vampires, sucking the life out of your financial future. Start with the card that has the highest interest rate and work your way down. Now, this next one might sound crazy, but try to resist the siren song of those shiny new credit cards. I know they promise the world, cashback, travel rewards, a free pony, but resist. Every new credit card you open is another potential debt trap. And finally, remember that knowledge is power. Stay informed about the latest credit card trends, regulations, and scams. Read articles, watch documentaries, listen to podcasts. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to navigate this crazy, mixed-up world of credit cards. If you found these tips helpful, please like and share this video. Thank you for watching.